Most homeless persons in Kentucky are invisible, in that many have no idea that they're without a home. Typically, when we think homeless, we envision a person living outdoors, on the streets, in parks, hidden encampments, and occasionally in hotels or shelters when resources can be provided. But there are thousands of people in Kentucky couch surfing, living in cars, and moving from place to place without a permanent home. And many of them are children.
I was homeless for about off and on for 3 years, but I was living with my friend and going back to hotels and everything.
Joe was one of the more than 23,000 Kentucky school-aged children and youth who experienced some form of homelessness or housing instability. 1 in 14 Kentucky kids under the age of 6 are homeless. Shelley Werner is a Families in Transition coordinator in Northern Kentucky. Every day she works with children, youth, and families in transition. Often, their situations are invisible to others.
Well, the identification process is the first part of it. And I'd say that McKinney-Vento asked us to look at families and put them into 4 categories. So the first one is living in hotels or motels. And then we have those staying in uninhabitable spaces, such as living with no electricity, no running water, or living in their cars. And then we have those living in shelters or staying in transitional housing programs. And lastly, we have those living with friends and relatives because they have no other place to go, and they are considered doubled up.
Public school data reported that among our school-aged children, the largest majority, more than 17,000 are living as doubled up. What does that mean for the students themselves, our future generation? The statistics are sobering. A homeless child is 4 times more likely to become a homeless adult. High school-age girls experiencing homelessness are more likely to become pregnant. Children transitioning or experiencing homelessness have an increased risk of social isolation, anxiety, unhealthy sleep, and substance misuse. One study stated that over 70% of homeless children reported drug or alcohol abuse disorders. Other research found that 42% of homeless high schoolers experienced bullying, and 1 in 3 had attempted suicide.
Some kids, they're kind of scared. You know, they just need someone there to comfort them.
There's more than just one type of homelessness. Our students are experiencing various situations and often move 7 to 8 times per year. So they ebb and flow through these various housing situations. And it's true, the majority of people think that there's only one type of homelessness, and that's living on the street.
The McKinney-Vento Act is a federal law that requires public school districts to identify children and youth experiencing homelessness and to remove all educational barriers in order to provide these students with academic continuity and consistency. All public schools are required to implement the McKinney-Vento law. However, funds are limited and are awarded on a competitive basis. As it is for cities, McKinney-Vento is basically an unfunded mandate for school districts. In Kentucky, last year, only 11 school districts received funding. In addition, each Kentucky school district is required to have a homeless coordinator, like Shelley Werner. So districts depend on other sources, such as grants, United Way funds, and their own school budgets to help deliver services to students in housing transition or doubled up. The good news is that the American Rescue Plan will add significant funding to McKinney-Vento. Werner says awareness among community leaders is important. Knowing that there are programs in schools and having awareness of local organizations that assist families is key.
In Northern Kentucky, I work with other homeless liaisons, and we formed the Homeless Education Collaborative, and that is our goal, and we're eager to work with city leaders so that we can find these solutions that look at homelessness and education and are able to address these challenges.
Her work and that of others on her team have made a difference for teens like Joe, who graduated this year and is working as a manager in training at a fast food restaurant while studying for a career in technology.
Path from homelessness to hope is just make sure you have, if you don't, I know not everyone has this, but you can find hope in people around you to help you, because sometimes you can't get on your feet by yourself. You need other people to help you up. And that's what I'm doing right now, really. Kind of not living with my family anymore, and I'm still with my friends, but I got a job and everything that I can walk to every day.
It's amazing. You have a great joy when you see kids reach the next level, or when you see them have an aha moment where they realize that they got through something and they are proud of themselves and they're able to contribute. It's exciting, and it's something that we all want to achieve when we're working together with these students.